Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. So this shorter sequence is going to focus on tapping into our core strength and the muscles in that area so that we can create a sense of an energy boost when we need it. And it's also great for the mind. When we work the core and our strength here, it has a really positive effect on how we think and our mind. So when you're ready, we'll start off lying down. So grabbing anything that you need and then coming all the way down towards the earth and allowing ourselves either to keep the legs lengthened or allowing the legs to bend, depending on what feels good for you. And then take a moment just to relax and settle and tune into the physical body and how you're feeling. And just scanning gently from the crown of the head and scanning all the way down the body. And just for a moment, when you reach those parts of the body, just soften, release and let go. Being aware of how we feel right now. We all get those times where we feel a little bit low on energy, we feel a bit tired. It might be hard to motivate yourself. It might be hard to mentally think if you've got a task that you need to do. So just inviting some strength into this core area. And it's also one of our chakras, it's our Manipura. So when we work in that area, it invites just not just physical strength, but also a mental strength as well. So we're going to do all things to tap into that today. Just take your hands just around that navel area and breathe into this place. Just invite some attention with your breath. Keeping the breath still quite gentle, just invite more breath, more awareness into that area from here. Just a few more moments, just breathe in, waking up that area with that breath. And then slowly release the arms, release the hands, have a nice stretch out from here. So reaching into the arms, reaching into the legs, and maybe just having a move with the arms and the legs. So just starting to wake up the body from here. And you'll feel it around the navel area as well as you just gently stretch from side to side. And then bending the legs, hugging the knees in towards the chest, shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Inhale as we breathe out if it feels good, lifting up the head. You might even be able to take hold of your feet or your ankles or keep the hands exactly where they are. Don't strain the head. And then nice and slowly releasing down, release the feet back down. You're going to interlock the hands and take the hands behind the head, let your elbows be nice and wide. You're going to inhale, and as you breathe out, you're going to drop the knees to the right side and allow your head to slowly turn towards that left side. And then inhale, come back to the centre as you breathe out. Knees to the left, head slowly turns towards the right. So we're starting to wake up the front of the body with our twists. Coming back to the centre if it's okay. Feet and the knees come together. We'll take a breath out, knees to the right, head to the left. Just being aware of what's working, especially around the front body while you do these poses today. Then coming back to the centre, inhale, and as you breathe out, knees to the left, head to the right. And then back to the centre. Last option is we're going to lift the legs from here. If it doesn't work, keep your legs exactly where they are on the floor. So you're going to breathe out. You're going to take your knees to the right and your head to the left. And then slowly bring your head and the knees back. As you breathe out last time with your knees to the left, head to the right. Take a moment just to settle into the posture, feeling the breath, feeling the energy that you're starting to shift around the centre of the body, which will have an effect on the rest of the body. You're going to come back to the centre. You're going to release your hands from here. You're going to let your arms just rest down by the sides of the body. And all you're going to do is allow your right knee to ease in towards the chest, draw the navel in. Allowing that foot to come back down to the floor. And then inhale, and as you breathe out, your left knee, let it ease in towards your chest. Allow that leg to lengthen. If it feels okay, we'll do the same, but allowing our legs to lengthen. If you need the back for need to bend the legs, that's fine. So inhale, and as you breathe out, your right knee bends in towards the chest. And then releasing, letting that leg lengthen. Inhale, and as you breathe out, you're going to take that left knee in towards the chest and allowing that leg to lengthen. You're going to hug both knees in towards the chest. You're going to take your hands on the front of the thighs. And this is always a really good one. You're going to press your thighs away from you, but at the same time, press your thighs in towards the hands. And you want to just draw into the navel so you feel some really nice strength from here. You'll feel a bit of shaking and wobbling as well. And then slowly release. Let your feet come to the floor. Open your knees out. So coming into your Baddha Konasana position. Going to interlock the hands behind the head. Elbows nice and wide. So you're going to inhale as you breathe out, drawing in the navel, so more your back presses on towards the earth. You're going to inhale then as you breathe out, lifting up your head and your chest, and then breathing out, lowering your head back down. So inhale, and as you breathe out, lifting up the head, draw the navel in, and then inhale, lower head back down. We'll do one more, breathing out, lifting the head, navel draws in, and then slowly lower back down. You can continue with your feet on the floor, or if it's an option, keep the soles of the feet together, but lift your feet away from the floor, not too high. Inhale, and as you breathe out, lifting your chest up towards the sky, lifting head up. And then inhale, lower down. As you breathe out, draw the navel in, lift your chest up. And then lower back down on the inhale. Last one. Breathing out, lifting up your chest, draw the navel in. And then lower down, let yourself just bring your feet back to the floor. Let your arms come down by the sides of the body. Walking your feet in a little bit closer. So the arms are down. It's going to feel nice to come up into bridge now. So press into the feet. Lifting up, so you can start to lift the hips. Spine is lifting away from the floor. If it feels an option, you can roll up onto your shoulders. You might keep the hands down, or you might take an interlock of your fingers and just giving that front of the body a really nice stretch now. And it's as if all that energy that you was harnessing into the body when you were lifting up in those lifts, that now you're sending that energy back out. Slowly come back onto your shoulders, releasing down, hugging the knees in towards the chest, having a slow rock from side to side. Going to keep your legs lifted for our dead bug pose, and the arms are going to reach up towards the sky. So we're going to inhale, and as we breathe out, you're going to draw your navel in from here. You're going to inhale, and as you breathe out, your right arm's going to extend away, and your opposite leg, left leg's going to extend away. And then inhale, coming back to the centre. Breathing out, opposite arm, right leg, left arm. And then inhale, come back to the centre. Breathing out, right arm, left leg, stretch them away, draw the navel in. And then inhale, come back to the centre. Breathing out, left arm, right leg, stretching away, draw the navel in. And then inhale, come back to the centre. Do a couple more. Right arm, left leg, stretch it away, draw the navel in. And then inhale, come back to the centre. Breathing out, left arm, right leg, stretch them away, draw the navel in. Inhale, come back to the centre if you're okay. Last one. Breathing out, right arm, left leg, stretch away, draw navel in. Inhale, come back to the centre. And then breathing out, right leg, left arm, stretch them away. And then back to the centre. Bring your knees in and then soles of the feet together. Open out your knees, cross your thumbs and take the arms up and above the head. And just feel all that energy that you harnessed in the body, allowing it to feel. It's just spreading out. Feel yourself charged up with this extra strength, this extra prana, this extra energy that you create in the body. And then slowly release the arms. Let your legs come back down to the floor. So we're going to be doing some leg lifts from here. And you can either do them with your legs bent, or you can lengthen out your legs. And if you need a little bit of support, you can always take your hands so that you sit onto your hands from here. So we're going to slowly allow ourselves to lift your right leg from here. And then breathing out, slowly draw that navel back in. So you're going to inhale, lifting the leg. And then breathing out, releasing that leg back down. Inhale to lift the leg up. And then breathing out, lower down. You're going to inhale, lift the leg up. You can pause for a moment. And then breathing out, lowering that leg back down. We'll swap sides. So inhale, left leg lifts up. Then exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lifting that leg back up. And lower back down. Last one. Inhale, lifting up that leg. You can pause for a moment. And then breathing out, lower down. Last one. Inhale to lift. Pause there. And then exhale to lower back down. If it feels an option, you can either stay where you are, swapping legs this time, or lifting up both legs. So inhale, lifting up both legs, and then breathing out, lowering back down. So inhale, lifting up both legs, and then exhale, lower back down. Watch your back on the way back down. Inhale, lifting up, and then exhale, lower back down. Last one, inhale to lift up, and then exhale, lower back down. Releasing the hands, take the knees in towards the chest. Come back again to legs bent, feet on the floor for one more bridge. So arms down by the sides of the body. You're going to inhale, lifting up again onto your bridge pose. So you might be lifting up onto the shoulders, or you might stay exactly where you are, and you can get a really good stretch into the front of the body this time. Feel that you're charging up the rest of the body, charging up your mind with focus and concentration from that strength that you've created in those poses. And then roll back onto your shoulders, slowly release down, hugging the knees in towards the chest. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling over onto one side and come all the way up straight into an all fours position. You're going to have nice spread hands from here, knees underneath the hips. We're going to allow ourselves to extend your right leg away from you. And draw that navel in and give that leg a good stretch out. And then bending that leg, rounding over, drawing your head towards the knee. Inhale to lift. You can take it higher into a bit of a back arch. And then bending, breathing out, rounding over, head towards the knee. Do one more. Inhale, lifting. And then exhale, drawing that navel in, rounding over. Take the knee back down to the floor, and then we'll repeat the same on the other side. So you're going to inhale, extend your left leg away, drawing in with the navel. And then breathing out, rounding over, head towards the knee. Inhale, lifting. You can lift it higher if a back arch works for you today. And then breathing out, rounding over, head towards the knee. One more time. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, rounding over, head towards the knee. Bring yourself back to the all fours. For a moment, sink back into child's pose. Reach the hands forward, let your head rest. And take a moment to think about using your breath. Sending energy into the rest of the body. Feeling that your mind starts to feel more focused, using the movement of the body and engaging the strength. Slowly come back to the all fours. Going to tuck the toes under, nice spread hands, and then we'll lift up into our downward dog position. Take a few moments to press back in towards the heels. And then we're going to slowly bring your shoulders forward of the wrist, and we're going to come into our plank pose from here. So navel draws in as you press your feet out from here. You can drop down onto your knees and your hands, and you would do the same, but coming forward, but keep drawing in with that navel. And then pressing back into downwards dog. Feel a nice release in the back of the body. We'll do it again. So coming forward, shoulders forward of the wrist, pressing out with the heels from here. And then slowly come back down to your hands and the knees. Dropping down to your forearms. You're going to extend one leg out behind you and draw into the navel. You're going to extend your other leg out, or you're going to swap legs from here. You're going to draw into the navel. You're going to just slowly start to keep your gaze down so we're not straining the head from here. Nice long, slow breaths. Feeling that you're charging up. That's what you want to feel, that you're charging up the strength in the belly area, in the navel area, in those muscles all around the core. Feel the warmth, feel the strength. And then drop the knees down, hands underneath the shoulders. Press back into a downward dog and feel that really nice charge of energy. Releasing down the whole body, the back of the legs, the arms and the spine. Let your legs bend and slowly walk your feet towards the hands. Hands on the hips, and then we'll lift all the way up and come all the way to standing. Just pause for a few breaths from here. And feeling that you might be a little bit more awake with energy. You're going to take the hands on the hips, you're going to bend into the legs, you're going to draw into the navel. We're going to send the arms out into our chair position. So we're going to hold it here for a few breaths. You might sink a little bit lower. You want to keep drawing in, feel that you're harnessing that strength in that navel area. You can either keep it here or you can turn it into a balance by coming up onto the toes, lifting the heels away. Keep breathing from here. Keep drawing in the navel. And then slowly allowing ourselves to lift up, stretching up. Bring palms together. Breathing out, hands down towards the chest. Hands on the hips, we're going to open out the feet nice and wide for a warrior. So we'll turn the right foot all the way out, left foot forward, raising the arms. Inhale, and as you breathe out, we're going to bend into your right leg. You're going to press back into that back foot. You're going to keep thinking about strengthening up the navel by drawing in, keeping that strong position. Left arm rests down on the thigh. Top arm lifts up, and maybe it lifts up and over. Keep drawing in with that navel. Feel the strength of the posture. Feel the strength is a charge up, an energy boost for you that will affect the mind. And then lifting up, come all the way up. Lengthen the legs, feet to the front, hands on the hips. We'll open out into that left side, raising the arms. Inhale, and as you breathe out, bending into that left leg. Press back into that back foot. Navel draws in. You've got so much strength that's happening around that navel area. You're going to keep that strength all in as we bend that left arm, rest it on the thigh. You can sink low if you need to. Top arm lifts, maybe it lifts up and over. You're going to think about, again, drawing in, feeling strong in the pose, feel mentally strong as well. And then lifting up, inhale to lift up. Exhale, feet to the front, hands on the hips. Heel toe in our feet and stepping back to the front of the mat. Take a nice inhale to lift up. You can gaze up if it feels good. And then exhale, lowering down, releasing into our forward fold. Take a moment just to let the body soften. You might find it's just a small movement, moving from side to side or allowing our head to release. And then bending the legs, coming all the way down and sitting back to our bottoms. Last couple of poses, so the legs are bent from here. We're working to our boat pose. You may take the hands behind you if you need to as a bit of support. That's absolutely fine. You're going to lift up from here. So you're going to take an inhale, touch your toes down to the floor. And as you breathe out, lifting your legs, spread your toes. Inhale, touch the toes down. Inhale to lift up. So touching your toes down, that's the inhale. And then exhale, lifting your feet. Inhale, touching the toes down. Inhale to lift. We'll do one more. So touching your toes down on the inhale. Exhale, lifting up. And we can hold it here. You can spread your toes. Draw the navel in. Keep your legs bent today just to charge up a little bit more that navel area. And then slowly releasing forward. Take a nice few breaths. You're going to take your hands behind you. Fingers point towards you, or you can turn them out. Legs a little way apart. You've got some weight onto the hands. You're going to lift up your chest from here. If it feels an option, you might allow your bottom to lift. If it feels an option, we can lift up onto our hands more so that thighs are parallel, and we might allow our head to come back, or it might just stay tucked, chin in from here. Just have a good breath from here, nice charge up for the body, and then slowly lowering all the way back down. You're going to drop your knees out to one side, and you're going to slowly sit onto the heels. You're going to open your knees and slowly start to make your way into a child's position. So it feel really nice to let the hips release, especially after that bow. Allowing our head to release down towards the earth. And we're going to stay here for our last part of the class. Thinking about just softening. Letting our breath become just quite slow now. Thinking about all that energy that you've woken up in the body today. Just feeling charged up so that you can use this energy. You can use it in so many ways. You can use it to feel mentally strong. You can use it to feel mentally focused. When we tap into the strength of the physical body. Stay in there, a few more breaths. And then slowly lifting your head up, start to walk your hands back, dropping the knees out to one side and just making your way into an easy, comfortable seat. And just pause for a moment. Be aware of how you're feeling, maybe feeling a sense of your subtle energy that's flowing, that's running through your body. Whenever we move our body, we wake it up. We allow the energy to flow more freely. When we do this, it affects deeply our mind, so we can change our mindset as well by waking up energy and especially tapping into our physical strength. Just pause for a moment. And then let the hands come together, let them meet, let them press in towards your heart centre. And take a soft bow down, honouring your own inner strength, your own inner divine light. Get the eyes open, let yourself just pause here for a moment. And then inhale, lift your head, lift your heart. Namaste. I hope that you enjoyed that, and I hope that you have more energy to use for whatever you need to use it for. Take care.